Hello there, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play here on my channel. This is Gran Turismo 5 for the Sony PlayStation 3, developed by Polyphony Digital and published by Sony Computer Entertainment Incorporated. It was the first Gran Turismo released on the PlayStation 3, meaning it's the first HD era game, the 6th edition in the franchise after Gran Turismo PSP. Right, a couple of housekeeping bits we have to get out of the way. First of all, I'm going to tweak around with the options a bit because I have actually tried to record this before and I forgot quite a few different things. For one, I forgot about the audio settings, so I'm going to turn down the menu music, I'm going to turn down the race music, but crucially, I'm not going to turn down the volume of the cars, which is what I did last time, so yeah, that was a smart thing on my behalf. To be fair, when we tried recording this before, it wasn't really great, so that's why we're doing it again. Another thing I should quickly stress is what I'm about to do with the controller may look sacrilege, however, it is because I really do not like the DualShock 3. I think it's personally one of the worst controllers I've ever used, so I am going to be going ahead and using an Xbox 360 controller for this LP. I've actually got a adapter to plug in my 360 controller I used for Forza 4, my wired 360 controller, and that's what we are going to be using for this game. Another quick bit of admin I have to get out of the way is I have the Academy edition for this game, which essentially means it has almost all of the downloadable content, which I am going to be going ahead and installing. So if you want a Let's Play of this game without the DLC, I believe Rhino GT4 played through his entire playthrough without using the DLC, so go watch that. But I personally am going to be taking advantage of all of the DLC items, and what that means is when we load into the game, we are going to have a fair amount of cars thrown at us. I'm going to not use them massively at the start of the game so I don't ruin the usual Gran Turismo flow of buying a used car and so on and so forth, but I am going to be taking advantage of them in the late game because there's also some quite interesting cars in there and we may as well use them. Also, money a little bit tight in this game, and unlike Gran Turismo 4, I haven't got an easy way of grinding. So this is the main menu once you load into the GT mode, and right off the bat you can see some of the issues that Gran Turismo 5 has, namely the fact that they sort of looked at this game and was like, right, we are just going to have everything in this game. So they decided to go ahead and, you know, you have this customizable homepage, your actual player character is customizable, as you can see there. Outfit items are a thing. Because of the updates, we get a free Toyota 86 and a free go-kart, which I certainly won't turn down. So this first part of the episode is going to be admin. I might break the licenses off into their own little episode, so this is going to essentially be Let's Play 0. So let's go ahead and open all of the car tickets, see what we've got. Of course, we have that aforementioned Toyota GT86 for free, which is instantly our first car, so we don't have to buy anything, although I am going to do so. We get a go-kart, we get the Red Bull X 2011, which in the event that I do have to grind in this game, that's probably going to be the car I grind with. We get some of the touring cars, which are pretty cool. The Challenger looks quite cool. The CRZ's one of my favourites. It's an absolutely mental looking thing with its giant wide body. The Roadster, of course, a Gran Turismo fan favourite that actually got added to Gran Turismo Sport not long ago, and I think broke in 200 class. There's the RX-7, which is sort of kind of reminiscent of the A-Spec RX-7 from the Master Speed dealer in GT2. It says touring car, but that's a rally car. We'll forgive it for that. The R35 with its weird sort of colour shifting paint colour. The R33 touring car, which is very, very cool looking. I've got a model, the Hot Wheels of some of these. I think I've got the R32, and I think they made an R34 as well. So I've got both of those in Hot Wheels forms. They did like a special Hot Wheels series. I've got 5 out of 8 of them, so there you go. Fun little fact, they're over there somewhere. There's the Impreza touring car, which is actually an Impreza touring car. The Prius, which is obviously everyone's favourite because of the skirted rear wheels. Absolutely brilliant looking thing. We get another car, cool. Apparently, I think some of these karts were DLC. I don't remember. I do remember not liking the kart racing all that much, and we are going to have to do it at some point in this game, so I'm not really looking forward to that, but we should have every kart that we need now. Lowercase edition for some reason. Either way, we get a GTR. The Scirocco R, which was a current car when this game came out. Almost 11 years ago now, I think. Golf R, four-wheel drive. Interestingly, it's the 5-door model in this game, which is interesting. Mini Cooper S, don't know why that's in there, because they already have the '07 Cooper, but there you go. V12 Vantage, the one with the slightly weird-looking hood that slightly ruins the way it looks. XJR, I believe this was a premium version of a car that was already a standard version in this game. Premium and standard cars we'll get to later on in the series. There's an Aventador in Argos colour, apparently. I thought it was blue, but never mind. The Mighty Mini Countryman. I'm definitely going to be using that at some point, because, I mean, just look at it. Fantastic. Nissan Leaf, if you're so inclined. Is that a Beetle? Yes, it is a Beetle. Rather happy-looking Beetle. Probably not going to be using that. An FRS. They also added a BRZ to this game, which I don't have, because that was a weird sort of individual DLC item that was 89 pence or something. So there you go. You received the paint item. Excellent. Corvette C7 test prototype, which is a rather interesting looking thing. And the final prototype for the Stingray, which I believe was the final bit of DLC for this game. It was supposed to have the NSX, but I don't believe that ever got added, even though they sort of prototyped it in GT5, so there you go. Anyways, now our garage is full of cars, and as you can see, as we load into this bit, we have 0% game completion. Ignore the trophies earned, just because obviously I've done that. And as you'll find out, a large majority of this game doesn't work because they shut the online things, including the online collector's dealership, which actually would be incredibly useful at this time. Anyways, if we click onto this, we can actually change our racing suit, which I am going to attempt to keep on top of for this entire game. Every time we get into a new section, I'm going to change the driver's suit, and I am fancying a bit of Tony Gardemeister, I think, for our first thing, and we'll take a nice little profile picture of him as well. May as well take advantage of what this game has to offer. But beyond that, there's not really too much more admin to go along. The main menu, I'll sort of explain it as we go along. There are A-spec events, B-spec events, which I don't think I'm going to be getting into. So this is going to be a purely A-spec playthrough at the moment. That could change in the future, maybe, but B-spec is pretty boring. I'm going to go for the Fug Life pose right there. So there we go, that's pretty much everything you need to know. Items just details what you earn. You get a lot of those, photo album replays. Museum where you can look through stuff, track list, music library. Driver list, which is for B-spec. You actually create your own drivers in that now, and they level up independently, which is incredibly irritating. And then obviously your garage, which is sorted by premium cars and standard cars, which we don't have any of yet, but we will do in the future. Anyways, it is time to go ahead and jump into the licenses, with, of course, the first thing being the B-spec license. So I'm going to release this as its own little sort of admin video, so the next video you see will be on the B-spec licenses. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you're excited for us to get back into Gran Turismo once again, and until next time, farewell.